We were some of the Kappa Sig Rutgers guys. They're like, oh, there's this inter-Greek council meeting like for all Northeast, like fraternities and sororities. We can go, like they'll cover it. Oh, where is it? It's in Hartford. Fuck no, I'm not going. You have to pay me to go to Hartford, dude. Fuck that. What was the question? Yeah, I mean, I think so much of a school is its surrounding, right? You can't really take that out of the equation. Whether it's places that are really college towns, you know, that's part of the school identity. I think Cornell is kind of like that because we're up in Ithaca and there's nothing to do besides Cornell and Ithaca College. So maybe if I was in New York, also, with that being said, I don't even love New York. Oh, it's a demonstration for Tibet.
Religious freedom in Tibet.
Free Tibet, bro.
Stop damming in Tibet. Stop damming in Tibet. No damming in Tibet. No damming in Tibet.
You don't like New York?
I don't hate it. I've spent a lot of time here. In middle school, I would do this extracurricular activity that was just more school here in the city. So the summer going into 8th grade, I would come into the city Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, just to do more homework. And then during the school year, we do it again every Saturday. And then the summer leading into 9th grade. That's how I got into my boarding school. It was a really lucky program called Prep for Prep. There it is. Shout out Prep for Prep. If you find yourself in a situation with a lot of money or know people who have money that want to donate to a charity or a nonprofit, donate to Prep for Prep. Not sponsored, by the way. Unsolicited, non-sponsored.
Stop the forceful relocation of Tibetans in Tibet. Stop the forceful
That was a mouthful.
We want freedom. We want freedom. We want justice. We want justice. People of the world support Tibet.
Boarding school was awesome. Boarding school was the best time of my life. And I'm looking back and I'll talk to my buddies about it. It's crazy to think like, wow, we had so much fun every weekend. No weed, no drinking. Nicotine did start to hit because that was, 2016. Like people started to find out about Juuls and shit, but I wasn't a Juul kid. I found my place there for sure. I'm super indebted to the Hill School.
We need your support. We need your support. We want justice.
We want justice.
We want human rights.
We want human rights.
Free Tibet, China out.
Free Tibet, China out.
I never really told too many people about this, but I think some people know I have a criminal record. Back in high school, I was really silly and I got caught shoplifting. And I got arrested. It wiped from my record by doing court time, and I was only 16, 17. But what was unfortunate was that since it was on a school trip, I had a suspension. And I applied to a really good school. I didn't get in. It was a school that had a good connection to my high school. And they went, we're going this way or this way? They said, we got to be real with you. You can't look over that arrest. So that changed a lot of things for me. And because, like I said, it was this prestigious boarding school, they really, really cared about their numbers, wanted every kid to go to college. So the next thing that had a deadline was Trinity College. I had heard of it. I had 2 rowing coaches who went there. Looked pretty nice. Connecticut was close enough to home, not too far, not too close. And college counselor kind of forced me to apply, ED2, whatever. I got in. And I thought, I'll make the best of it. I'll make it work. But I ended up being wrong, right? You take a shot, you miss it. Happy that I went, but it just was not the place for me.
What do we got going on here?
Got a demonstration to free Tibet from Chinese Chinese rule, the CCP's iron hand. We were spoken to by a guy talking about.
You might be aware of that Tibet is under Chinese occupations, and now they are relocating many Tibetans.
Forcefully.
Forcefully. But then those who against their project, they just directly sent to the concentration camp and also to the jail. And now we got the reports of like 10,000 are in jail. That's why we.
Thank you.
Guys, ladies, the general public that are interested, we are protesting, and we're doing a candlelight vigil.
I didn't know there were concentration camps and everything. I thought it was just like political discourse and stuff. So I feel a little bad for being uneducated, but that's what this stuff's about, you know. Not much I can do besides hopes and prayers, unfortunately, which feels like shit, but sometimes just sheer human will, man. I think that's enough to get you out. And then over here we have a clothing swap. It's just, Trinity is a boarding school. It really is. And it's the whiteness of it all. It's the cocaine at the parties. It's the feeling of lacrosse when you set foot on campus. And I might be speaking as, you know, someone who never felt so welcomed by those types of people, but it's just a school that instills a whiteness. I don't know, dude. Ask your own friends. Ask anybody. Do you love Trinity? Do you feel so happy here? Do you wake up in the morning thinking, I'm so very glad to be on this campus, which is a pretty campus, don't get me wrong. Good opportunities, good job connections, apparently. I don't believe in the whole, like, your college name gets you places anymore unless it's Harvard or Yale. And even that is going down the drain. I'm up all night. Guy has a Yukon hoodie on. I was saying that I don't think Trinity is the spot for anybody anymore. I think it's sure as shit not the spot for people of color. And I guess, you know, if people of color leave, that makes it even less of a space for people of color. These people, this crowd, that's a Trinity crowd. It's like this way. I think I also hold a little bit of hate for Hartford because the city itself treated me the way Trinity did. Trinity's in Frog Hollow, super Puerto Rican neighborhood, and I'd walk out of there and I was immediately identified as a Trinity student, right? And I guess it's my own fault, you know, I had my long blonde hair and I'm already fair-skinned for a Latino. And I was never recognized as Latino. I wasn't Latino where I wanted to be Latino, and I wasn't white. I never wanted to be white, but where it benefited me to be white. So it just, there was no comfort anywhere. And then I dated a crazy girl from Connecticut for a while. So that's also kind of going to it. I don't know, it just, I don't know the real demographic breakdown of ethnicities and races at Trinity versus Hill, but I know that Hill felt so much more accepting and so much more open. I think part of that is because there's no soccer house, there's no AD house, there's no Kappa Sig house, right? Like, you're living in the dorms. Everybody lives in the dorms, no matter what. You know, high school is definitely cliquey, but I like to think that there's a little more kindness and openness in high school. You know, you want to make friends. I think basically everybody wants to make friends in high schools. In college, you kind of get tired of that. I know I was tired of that. I'm tired of it right now. Shit. At Rutgers, I've told many people, like, I'm not in the market for friends, man. I've got all the people I need. I'm here to get my degree and get out. And I think that's been a big change for me myself, is getting closer to who I am. Because I think also COVID fucked me. It's taken me forever to realize it, but COVID, like, the burnout hit me bad. But by the time I was leaving Trinity, I understood more about who I was and what I wanted to be, who I wanted to be, what I wanted to pursue. And it's nice to be able to make that road for yourself, I guess. I wonder why the pigeons are pink on their neck. Pink and green. I think it's like evolutionary to do with oil.
Oil?
Oil. When you look at oil, it reflects, you know, pink, green, purple.
But how does that have to do with pigeons?
Oil in the city, grease in the city, oil puddles. Oh, I can't take my shoes off and drive. Driving barefoot's illegal.
Illegal?
For sure. I think, no, okay, hear me out, dude. I'm pretty sure that I've heard that if you're like driving in sandals or something, you get in an accident, it's not illegal, but you get like more of the blame on you or something. Driving barefoot is for sure illegal. There's no way. There's no way you're allowed to drive barefoot.
What do you mean? Why?
Because your feet are out. And I'm liking the big pond. I hated the small pond at Trinity. I hated walking around and everybody knew my business. I hated walking around and everybody had a preconceived notion of me. I seen that guy around campus. And I had beef with people who shall remain nameless. When somebody, punched me one time, I had to see that guy around campus all the time. Gave me a dirty look and I had to give him a dirty look back. I didn't want to. I just wanted that to be over and done with.
It's like such a fine line because it doesn't feel like gambling. This is what it is, and I feel that way. But that's
What would you tell an incoming freshman at Trinity?
Do not come here. No. I think you really have to work to make it your own. I think it can be a good place. I think it's a lot of hate, sometimes justified. There are a lot of problems with the school, with the administration, with the culture, with how things are run. Like anywhere else, you could make your time there, right? We tried so hard during COVID to have fun. That's what we were just talking about, going to Jillian's. That was like 10 kids maybe every weekend, and we had the time of our lives. Just playing Pong or playing like Cards Against Humanity and stuff. There wasn't pressure of like, which frat is throwing tonight? Oh, X frat is dead right now. Y frat is popping, blah, blah, blah. It was just us making our path to what we wanted, and that was the most fun. I think looking back, even when I lived in the K-Sig house, like the times I had the most fun were when I went out of my way to do something that I wanted to do and make my own definition of fun. So I guess that's a good thing in a sense, that Trinity won't coddle you. The fun will not find you. You need to seek it out yourself. And I guess that's a really good life lesson. It's a lot harder to reflect and be grateful and to actually care and think. Remember one time I saw a yik yak about me, because I was one of the people who walked around campus with a tote bag. That's how I knew it was me. It was like the long carrot hair with a tote bag or whatever. I was like, why do you care?
Yeah.
That's what being an adult is, really, dude. You want to. How are you supposed to grow if you feel like you're being analyzed every time, like you're a specimen in a lab, under a microscope? You can't do anything. You can't be you. You can't take risks. This jersey, I don't even remember how I got it. I'm gonna be honest. I think Luca took this from the the sports laundry room or whatever, because I know he used to work around there. And I think he left it at K-Sig, so I just snagged it. So Luca, if you're seeing this, sorry bro, you can have it back if you want. That's what it means a lot to me. Right when I started getting into vinyl, which I don't do anymore because it was a super expensive hobby, there was a record store nearby over in Ford's. We're in Carteret right now, which is by Woodbridge. And I found that place, and it was this massive, it was like almost a warehouse size of a ton of different records. And they even had like a performing area, and they had a big wall that showed, who had been there. Like My Chemical Romance performed there back in like 2005. Foo Fighters performed there in like 2004, I want to say. I think Color and the Shape came out maybe like 99. And the coolest thing was I came back with this bag one day, and my dad was like, that's where I used to go when I was growing up collecting records in Jersey. Skateboard I bought in like 2018, 19. It was definitely pre-pandemic. I was still in high school. I tried to learn how to skate a good few times, but I have no sense of balance. All these shoes are going to fall down, but whatever. I have no sense of balance, and I have a huge fear of getting hurt. I hate the sensation of pain, but I love this board. It's just a cool design. These were stickers given to me up here by a girl I was dating and stuff.
So do you skate?
No. It's Camp TRIN. It's Camp TRIN, dude.
Surround love.